you're watching this on Tuesday, August the 11th, or Wednesday, August 12th, you have an opportunity to see something that's really amazing that only comes around one time a year. The Perseid meteor shower is happening on those 2 nights in particular. It happens most of August, but it's in these 2 days that it's at its peak. On a good year, you'll see 100 meteors every hour if you're out looking for them. And this year may be no exception. This might be a really good year to go see them. If you're going to go watch the meteor shower, though, there's one simple requirement. You've got to get out of town. You've got to find a dark space. They're not bright enough to see against the haze that's caused and the pollution that's caused by the lights in town. You've got to get out in a dark space so you can see these really beautiful little meteors shooting through the sky. You can't see them in town. You've got to be in a place that's emptier. You've got to be in a place that has less light. I think there's a spiritual parallel there. The spiritual parallel is very simply this, that if we're ever going to see things of God, ever recognize His blessings, ever understand what's going on, or try and figure out what He's trying to do in our lives, we've got to find something equivalent to that dark space. We've got to find some quiet. Just as you can't see meteorites when you're running around in a city full of street lights, you can't see God's blessings if you're always running around overly busy, overly stressed out, overly upset. You will always run right past them. We've got to find some quiet time. We've got to find some peace. We've got to find some time to sit and think if we're ever going to understand what's really going on in our lives. Now, you don't have to do that. Many people live their lives in full gear. They're just racing from one thing to the next and never really stop to think about any of it, but I don't think that's the best way to live. In fact, you may know Psalm 46 verse 10, which says this. It says, "Be still and know that I am the Lord." Be still. That's a hard command, isn't it? I'm not very good at being still. I like to be doing things. I'm always thinking about things. I'm always planning things. I'm always worrying about things. I'm always doing something. That doesn't always serve me well, though. I'm actually better off if I can figure out somehow to be still once in a while. If I can be still and understand that God's in charge, that He's the Lord, that I'm not. I'm not the boss. I'm not running everything. Nothing really depends on me. I just like to think I'm important, but I'm not that important. I need to find some quiet. I need to find some peace. I need to find an opportunity to realize and remember that I'm not the boss, that God is in charge. Be still and know that I, the Lord, am in charge. That's what He says. So may I encourage you very simply today to do this. Just find a few minutes to stop and meditate, to think, to reflect on things, to pray. I guarantee you it will help. It'll help put things into perspective. It'll help remind you that not everything is terrible. It'll help you to see your blessings. It'll help you remember that there's things going on that you can't always see unless you stop to see them. I'm going to do that tonight. After midnight, you're going to find me in a field somewhere looking for meteors because I need to be reminded there's bigger things going on. Life is really pretty good. We just have to see it.